receivers and the confidence they exude often permeates an entire team. And we're going to see a couple of examples of that in this one. Welcome to the home of the Clemson Tigers, Death Valley in Clemson, South Carolina. As we'll see a squad from the Big Ten, the Louisville Cardinals, taking on a fellow Big Ten foe, the Clemson Tigers. Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here at the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. David Pollock from the University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get down to the field. How about this for a start? Open with an onside kick. Type of possession, big time risky, and also very confident. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. Looking downfield on first down. Finds his big tight end.
I tell you, I love the play call on first down here. You're just trying to find an easy completion, and the shortest throw on the field, the quarterback is fighting your biggest target, and that's the tight end. Nice job.
The Tigers can really attack on this second and short. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. There's an idea that Clemson can only run the ball when they... Oh, he's got some space. Makes the stop at the 35-yard line. They rip off 15 yards on that one, and they are rolling. Clemson ready to go back to work with another first down. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Wants to go up top. Under fire. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. Now facing a third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the wideout. Makes a connection. Got enough to move the sticks. First down from the 17.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the first down.
From the 17-yard line, it's first and 10. Trying to cap this drive with the pass. He's got him still on his feet. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Tiger.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. If this quarterback gets through his progression, David, gets you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback and wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the PAT makes it 7-0. So that's a 59-yard touchdown drive. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. He'll bring it out. It's Faulkner. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. So Louisville's offense will try to get something going with their first possession. And for their sake, they better hope they've solved some of the turnover and protection issues that just plagued them in a nightmare game last week.
It was not a good performance. And this offense has got to grow. It's got to get better. And they've got to...
Breaks into the open. Finally corralled he picks up the first down.
Not wasting any time. You just watch the opponent go down on their first drive and score a touchdown. So right away, you're aggressive. You're throwing the football on your first play of the game, and you're getting a nice completion. Really nice job.
A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
Smashes ahead. Taken out of bounds after a good pickup there. They're in striking distance at the 37. They're lining up on 1st and 10 from the 38. Gonna run it. It's Chase. This freshman makes the stop after a short gain.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. Catch in the middle. It's Johnson. A huge chunk play as he gets it all the way down to the 11.
Well, the play fake on the RPO bought the receiver some time to work himself open on the route. That was a man-to-man coverage on the defense. Nice job by the receiver putting his foot in the ground and separating.
And the Cardinals, once backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, have put quite a drive together. Out of the gun, the inside give. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
And you can tell that play went nowhere from the start.
It was definitely a great play by that defender.
Oh, yeah, he got the backfield so quick, the running back had absolutely no chance.
Off-play action. The quarterback's a little more on target there. Maybe they hook up, but it's an incompletion.
Well, on the opening drive of the game, establishing the rhythm and the cadence offensively is really, really important. They've done some good things on this first drive to put them in this situation. Obviously, you just threw an incompletion on 2nd down. Likely going to throw it again here right now. Quarterback has just got to settle in. Timing is important. Get rid of the ball on time. Trust your read and execute this passing play if you're throwing it.
They'll play it safe and send out the field goal unit. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. And this one splits the uprights. That'll bring him to within 4.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
And he passes on the touchback. Here he comes. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Going right to work up top. With the catch, it's Stokes.
It's early in the game, and as offenses try to get their rhythm, these easy completions are very important because that's what helps you get your feet underneath you as an offense and as a unit. And hopefully, as this game goes on, they'll be able to rev up and get more aggressive taking shots.
Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away. And the Tigers come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. Finds his tight end. He's going to have enough to pick up the first down as they stop him at the 33-yard line.
As a head coach, you love it when your quarterback is locked in early. Opening drive, throws a touchdown pass. Really nice throw on that last play. Here in the 2nd drive, he's firing on...
He just brought some serious energy, making that huge play and getting it all the way down to the 23-yard line.
I know it's early in the game, but defensively after that play, you know you have to tackle the catch. When this guy gets the ball in his hands, he is so dangerous after the fact. So it's okay for him to make catches. You just got to get him to the ground quickly.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. He's got it. And they give him enough for the first down. They'll move the chains, and let's see if they can snap it one more time here in the first. We've reached the break. Clemson has the lead. 1 period in the books, and let's take a look at the stats. They'll try to open this quarter by sticking it in the end zone here. A first down run in the red zone. And he takes it in for a score. Touchdown, Clemson.
And the running back was not going to be denied on that play. He had a hole, he saw it, put his foot in the ground, and that was payday.
And he puts through the extra point. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Bringing it out. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. The Louisville offense is headed back out on the field. There's a little more urgency attached to this drive. They've only been able to put up a field goal and start this one down 14-3. And as he throws, pulls it in. It's Johnson. Now they've got a little room to work with. They're out to the 28 with a first down. New set of downs after the completion. On the run, it's Chase. Defense closed down quickly after a gain of 3. They'll mark it at the 32.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Back to throw, it's Croman Hope. Quick strike complete. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43. The Cardinals come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They'll give it to the back. And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop him. 8-yard pickup on first down leaves them with second and short. They'll try the run. This time the defense was ready, and they stop him in his tracks.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
They turn to the passing game on third and short.
And he gets home again, continuing his production. Last week, 2 sacks. This week, already a sack in the first half. This guy has been on a sack terror.
Going to make sure he doesn't get a return on this one as the punt bounces out of bounds. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. They've come out smoking with touchdowns on each of their first 2 drives. There he goes! Really nice job to squirt his way up to the 31-yard line. The Tigers have a lot of options on second and inches. Back to pass. Grab near the sticks. It's fired. They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure. It's a first down. Good job by the receiver there not to run into coverage, but to find a spot that the quarterback can throw him the ball.
Yeah, on those types of routes, Reese, they say if you're looking, you're booking. So if that's man coverage, the receiver's staring at the quarterback all the way across the field. That time, the receiver didn't give the quarterback his eyes, so they were on the same page. They both knew it was zone, and they executed that perfectly.
And the incomplete pass taking a shot on second down, and they'll be left with a third down. Trying to pick up a first down. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Going back to the well, another deep ball. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. Fourth down coming up. It's 4th down and 6, and they'll try to convert. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Makes the catch. Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be first down. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Finds his man. It's fired. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. Clemson trying to put its paws on a productive red zone trip. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. Got rid of it in a hurry, but he couldn't find his man. It's incomplete. What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Wants to throw again. Looking to the big tight end. And that one had some juice on it, but it's incomplete. This drive was clicking along, but after a couple of misfires, threatening to stall out on 3rd and 10. It's complete. Touchdown, Tiger. Made the grab and took it on in for the score. No midseason concentration laps here in Week 7 as they push out that lead. And the extra point makes it a 21-3 lead.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing, to be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone. That was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Receiver going for the edge on the jet sweep.
And that's great defense to stop him short of the first down. It's so hard with a guy that fast to create the right angles, to make sure I keep the ball inside, and then everybody's got to run to the football. Great job by the defense.
Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. Dropping back, it's Croman Hope. Throws to the wideout. Not in lockstep there with the receiver.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Showing off the arm. He's down at the 25-yard line. Waning moments of the first half. It is a first down. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. And the Cardinals have it with a 1st and 10. Use the play fake. Now to throw. With the catch, it's Hauser. Turning it on. The clock will stop with this timeout from the offense. They'll get a chance to regroup on the sideline. Now a first down from the 45-yard line. Wants to throw on 1st down. The short hands, it's Johnson. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line. To the line quickly. They'll spike it to save some time. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. And the defense will corral the quarterback, and down he goes at midfield. On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down. The Cardinals will line up to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. No return possible on this one. It goes out of bounds, and they'll mark it right around the 30-yard line. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. Here comes the heat. Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Unloads to the wideout. Caught over the middle. It's fired. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays.
Timeout, Clemson.
Ready? This offense absolutely humming as they come to the line again. To the air on 1st down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Stokes. Lots of green grass as he gets it to the 31. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. And the Cardinals will kick it away to start the second half. On the run from inside his own 5. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. They got plenty done through the air in the first half, and we'll see if they even need to look for balance as we start the third quarter.
Well, and I think defensively, you understand, like the running game isn't a big part of the plan. I wonder how they adjust and play more coverage to this pass-happy offense.
Yeah, so you're going to have to be ready if you're a quarterback then. You're probably going to see some different coverages. You might see a little bit more blitz in the second half as well. So you have to know where your answers are.
And they'll get it to the 39-yard line, and they'll move the chains. Bunch formation for these receivers. They'll leave it with him. Oh, he's got some space. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense all these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense.
And this defense is a half a beat behind. They just can't quite keep up. They've got it down to the 21. The Tigers pounded the rock to move the sticks. Now back to work. Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29. Clock ticks across the 4-minute mark here in the third.
Man, that is a big negative play for this defense, putting them in reverse, getting the quarterback on the ground, and they better get ready again. Look at this offense. They're right back on the ball, ready to snap it again.
Love the coverage on the back end by the defense on that play. In these scramble-type situations, the quarterback's rolling out to his right. Everything breaks down, and it really gets hard on these defenders to have to stay with their man, but a good job there by the defense.
On third and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Outside the pocket, lets it go. And the pass is incomplete on fourth down, but hold on just a second. We've got to see what the flag's about. This offense plenty happy enough with the result of that play, so they just let the official put that flag back in his pocket and decline the penalty. Motion from the wideout. Looking to pass. It's Croman Hope. Intercepted, and the defense is set him up. Good gain on the return, and this defense has set them up with a big play. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. Looking to throw on first down. Pulls it in. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line. And the Tigers in a good spot here with second and short. Looking to fire. He let that thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection. Couldn't pick it up on second down. Now they need a couple on third down. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
QBs and receivers on third down, everything has to happen just a split second sooner. You're expecting pressure. The quarterback...
He's got it. First down and more. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with the first down. From the gun. Fires to the end zone. And he was going for the touchdown there, and they couldn't make the connection.
And this is the part of the field, man, you really got to have a plan because these windows get smaller and you're trying to fit that ball into the end zone. It's difficult to do. Quarterback, receivers, they got to be on the same page.
Had it in his hands for the score and let it fall to the turf. It'll be third down. Quarterback by himself in the backfield. They're going to throw it on third and goal. It's incomplete. He was shooting for the end zone right there. 4th and goal from the 2. Can they finish this drive? They just keep firing. He wants it all. To the end zone, and it's picked off.
QB never saw the defender. He's staring his receiver down, telegraphing his throw, and the DB jumped all over that.
From the gun, running back on the move. He gets nothing, and they keep plowing ahead with the running game, and they've got very little to show for it. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Give to the back. He's stopped for no gain again. Back-to-back runs, and they have nothing to show for it except facing a 3rd and long. And this offense can ill afford to come up empty on this drive, already trailing by multiple possessions. To the air, it's Croman Hope. Fires to the wideout. Picked off. What a play to set him up.
Coming out of the tunnel in the 3rd quarter, this quarterback now is really struggling with his decision-making. 2 picks here in the 3rd quarter. This looks like Jekyll and Hyde from what we saw in the first half.
Well, and the bad thing is they're going to be in passing situations. They're coming from behind. They're going to need him to play better. Like, he's going to have to read the field better and make some plays if they want to get back in this football game.
Down to the 18-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm.
This is going to be a key that we look at this entire game. How can this defense find ways to affect this quarterback and get pressure on him? Because they felt coming into the game, if they could do that, they could affect him and influence this passing game.
They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big 3rd down in the red zone. Makes the grab. And the stomping has commenced. This dude is just slicing and dicing this defense into little tiny pieces.
Carving him up, completely comfortable, knows exactly what he's getting. Had so much success today. You got to find a way to make these quarterbacks feel more uncomfortable.
And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
A bit of an under-the-radar game this week, guys, but take a look at this. West Virginia is running away with this one. Give that Mo an A+ and belt out another verse of Country Roads. They're up by 15 over Appalachian State. Sunbelt, Funbelt. We'll circle back if anything big happens you should know about.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. And he broke 1 tackle on the way to a solid pickup there. The Cardinals have their whole playbook open here on 2nd and inches. Here's the handoff. He's going to lose a yard on that one. One more period to go, and we'll see just how much fight they've got left in them. With the break, they had a little extra time to dial something up for this 3rd down play. Looking downfield, it's Croman Hope. Quickly out to the tight end. They'll keep this drive moving by picking up the 1st down. They have it at the 36.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on 3rd down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
This senior showed some serious arm strength firing that one in for the 1st down. And the Cardinals are moving quickly down the field. Oh, they're after him! Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46.
As a defense, a lot of times you're coming into the game and you're just trying to limit the damage when you play a really great quarterback. And they've done more than that today. They have dominated this.
And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again.
When I got a a stud quarterback like they do, I'm going to protect him. I'm going to make sure that I keep him upright because he can do some serious damage. But this defense applying pressure and applying the hammer in this football game.
On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. No sign of the punt team as they will go for it and try to move those chains. On 4th down, they'll try to throw it. He'll take another shot here. And here's the 3rd interception of the night. Takes it the other way. He is finally out of bounds, but he was spelling that end zone on that return.
And that's a really good job by the defense, understanding the situation of football. It's 4th down. It's late in the game. You've got a multi-possession lead. Take away all the deep stuff. Make them force the football into coverage. They do, and they stamp this game.
He lost it high and deep down the left side. Grabs it inside the 15. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening 1st and goal from the 9. New center downs right on the doorstep for this offense. He's looking to throw. Touchdown, Tigers. Quick strike through the air for the score. They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row. This dude is putting on a show, taking up residence in the end zone by the air and by the ground, in keeping with what Clemson looks for in a quarterback.
Man, this is unbelievable. I mean, you've seen so many great guys run through, and Clemson majors in quarterbacks that can throw, can run, and really be dynamic, and this guy is having himself a day.
Scanning the field, it's Croman home. They'll throw it to the back on the screen. And he's still running after the move. They drag him down, but not before he's moved the chains, and the screen pass is effective. That's the type of explosive play you love to start a drive with. 1st down from the 42. That's caught. It's Johnson. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
You just get the feeling this defense is going to make it hard on them, right? They've got the lead, it's late, and they're going to try to tackle everybody inbounds. Offense is going to have to really work for this and be smart. You got to attack the sidelines. You got to throw 1st down. You got to keep this thing moving vertically down the field.
And those little runs, man, they don't look great in the box score, but I love when an offense stays on schedule and it makes those 3rd downs more manageable, easier, harder to attack me now from the defensive perspective trying to get to me. So it's an easy, simple play for this offense, but I love it.
That'll be enough for the 1st down as they mark it down at the 31-yard line. 2 minutes now left in this one, and time is running short if they want to find a way to pull this one out. Linebackers moving, trying to confuse the quarterback. Bought a little time, lets it go. And that one's incomplete.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room that people aren't going to like. Hopefully you can learn from it and do better next time.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. Back in motion, trying to clear the picture. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it.
The defense puts the exclamation point on the day. They have had a wonderful day, man, doing everything great. Just, you could tell they were dialed into what was going on, and now just throw another sack in the equation, hitting the quarterback, being disruptive. They've been all over the field.
Opening snap of this drive comes from the 38-yard line. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Grabbed in the middle. It's Stokes. They stop him just short of the 1st down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up. Wants to go up top. Throws to the wideout. And they couldn't make the connection on the long shot.
And that's a good stop for this defense. And listen, there hasn't been a lot of positive today, but let's finish this game strong. I think that'll be the message from the defensive coordinator. Can we get a stop? Can we get them off the field? I know lots went wrong, but let's live in this moment and try to be great right here to end the game.
The Tigers heading quickly to the line. Looking downfield on first down. Unloads to the wideout. A strike downfield. And he's brought down after a nice gain. From the 17-yard line, threatening to score on 1st and 10. Now adjusting. Nobody open, he just throws it away, and it'll bring up 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Intercepted deep in his own end. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover.
Never say die attitude, and I love that, especially in these young players, because they're out there competing. And I know the scoreboard right now doesn't look pretty. They're not going to come back and win this football game, but I just love kids that are competing until there's zeros on the clock.
And he will be sacked at the 6-yard line.
And that play is a microcosm of what this game has been. They have not been able to protect their quarterback all game long, early or late. Up front, moving forward, this offense has got to do a better job, or else they're going to be in a lot of trouble. You cannot give us as many sacks as they have in this game and expect to win.
Back to throw, it's Croman Hope. And man, oh man, he is in the dark tonight. His 4th interception. Touchdown, Tiger. The defense takes matters into its own hands. You see some confidence over there as they're closing in on a Week 7 win.
Dude, you didn't think it could get any worse, right? You thought this game's over as it is anyways. Offense still throwing the football, still trying to make plays, and the defense just continues to pour it on, gets the pick, makes its way all the way to the end zone.
Guys, this is a really good win for this ball.